Hey guys, good morning, good late morning. Yeah, I was supposed to start streaming about 2 hours ago. I slept in because I was up very late. That's okay. I'm gonna head outside. We're gonna start streaming and crafting. We're working on Ancient Giant Dungeons. We get to work on the LED pillars, the archway. In case we get through that, I have some extra pieces out there that I work on, which are like rock-based terrain that I've made a bunch in the past. I can bring them out and show you what I've made, but I have more pieces I want to make to add to the collection. All right, let's get going. This is the Ancient Giants music. I kind of want to mix it up today. Ooh, what about so this is Ancient Giants Explore music. Let's get the chase music in. Let's see. Chase. All right, let's get going. Okay, let's switch the camera. There we go. Need my knife? What else do I need? Should be fine. Should be good. Thank you, Chance. Thank you. Can you hear me now? So we want 10 degrees. How do we want 10 degrees to work on this? But that's my voice. It's technically cut from the top. This is really tall. I want the angles to come down here. We did say there should be a cut here. And there should be a cut there. And then we'll probably have a little cut, bad angle for you guys to see. So we did say we want these cuts. One here, some big chonkers. And then probably a little one right there. And then all this will, I don't know, figure that out. Does this sit? I mean, that technically sits. How does that look? That's pretty big. Yeah. That's very big. That's a very big doorway. Unnecessarily big. But it feels right. Let's see if we took these. Oh, that was supposed to be drying. There we go. If we take this, and that's meant to go here, there's a gap underneath it, which might be nice for cover or stealthing. And I can mess around with a piece to kind of diagonally go down there. This feels nice. And then sanding the rest. So no cuts on its way up. Yeah, I like that. So I'll make a few more of these, not to just be the base of the pillars, but the base of the archway. And if it's too tall, I can cut the legs short. I like it. pulling my weight. Alright, so this piece might be too small, but it might just be just right. So we're just at 13.5 centimeters. Archway looks sick. Hell yeah, it does. Digging through this pile of scraps right over here. Trying to find the right scrap pieces. Man, this guy's got it right here, this chunk. Basically just need that. Let's straighten off. Measure is 8, so we'll go for a solid 8. Oh, dropping things. It's almost right there already. Great. Let's just go for it. Why is it so stiff? It's a little jumpy. It's making me nervous. There we go. Even pressure. And patience. How's everyone's weekend going? We're cooking some new music. We're doing Second Dawn ambient tracks. And what else am I working on? I'm also just trying to get some client work done this weekend. Some client work that's just been like stacking up in the background. About 5? Yeah, it's about 5. Got the uncut for Cocaine Owlbear released. The uncut for Colossus. I wrote a new opener for Colossus, so that way the new released version will have a nice cinematic story-based intro. Alright, this feels shorter than... Yeah, it's meant to be shorter. Okay, cool. The giveaways for the giveaway winners in the Discord, the packages are all packed up. Just waiting for the end of the weekend to send them out. working on some laundry and D&D stuff. I got a new chair for my uncle, and we're watching my little brother's dog while he's on vacation with her mom and stepdad. Dude, that's some family business right there. That's a lot of thinking, actually, when you have to do that much family stuff. Yeah, Allie's right now at her brother's house watching their dogs while they head up to have a weekend. They, as in like her brother and her sister-in-law, go up to have a nice vacation for the weekend. So I have the house to myself. And what do I do with my time? I hang out with you. Because I love you, I need you. Here we go. Let's turn it on. Fantastic. Just a little bit. There we go. We go down to 5 very easy, simple cuts. Just the way the giants like it. A little jumpy. That's okay. I think I hear the cats roaming. I think they're up. If the cats are awake, the mice are fleeing. I don't know why that sounds like Under the Sea. Great. Let's head over to the archway. That's the word. Okay. So we want essentially the bumping. We want the aesthetic of this. Yeah. So I want to cut that. Because we're not dealing with this, that's going to be okay. Good morning. 3 centimeter line. right. I guess too many scraps over here. I'll need to go to the scrap pile. You can hear my neighbor waking up. Okay, put this here. The finished piece for reference. So again, this should be at the 3 centimeter mark. Originally this was based off of this. That would sit there. Okay. 3 centimeters. So it looks like. Keep double checking. Yep. Well, it seems a little different actually. Doesn't seem like a true 3 centimeters. And one of these has to hold one of the lights. Oh no, it's a proper 2. Okay. Great. There we go. See one of these wedges that I cut off. Fantastic. Why does it not feel right? Oh no! I made it diagonal. I checked everything but the cut line. Dang. Alright, I'm gonna have to think about how I'm gonna salvage that. Those are bigger than these. Wait, what? Dude, I might have made like a couple mistakes. All right. We'll get to problem solving in a second. Okay, so this one's perfect. You put it by the nice one. So, where did I mess up on this? That's supposed to be 7. This is 8. Okay, so this is a centimeter longer. that's okay. The centimeter longer ones, the one that I messed up on, they can be for the archway, while the small ones are for the pillars. It's totally doable. For this guy, I think if I do a new cut, straight, and then I glue pieces on, sand it, I think after the painting and the damage to the terrain, I think it'll look fine. That's my theory. All right, so we're gonna cut. Wedges, I need my wedges. There we go. There we go. I'm a pro, didn't you know? There we go. That's fine. For you. My child of mistakes. Bring everything over to the archway and we can work on there. Child of mistakes right here. This piece glues to the top, so the bottom's fine. This just has to get glued together and just seam together in the damage. That'll be fine. Be fine. Fine, 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 fine. Mistakes are happy accidents that somehow will turn out just right. Working on a little pocket DM book, filling with some homebrew rules, NPCs, player stats, and a few other odds and ends. You know, it's actually really nice writing things down over typing things in. Like for something super quick and important, I really like having my phone and just opening it, typing it down. And so if I can always find it again. I need to put a clamp. Do I have a functional clamp? I see clamps, but they're all being used. I have this oversized clamp. But yeah, writing things down. There's something just nice about it. watching your you work seem like makes me happy. I haven't ventured down that rabbit hole yet. It's all good. All good. Really, the whole thing is this rabbit hole and adventure of making these pieces is really about making a set of terrain that matches the world in my head to do a couple different things at once. One, visualize the world, see it come to life in a physical way to share it with players. Two, get crafty with my hands and my thinking and think differently. Three, have a set of terrain that's ready at any time, that if I want to pull them out and share with my players, they're ready and they fit whatever I want it to fit. So this goes over, where'd I put it? Right there. That's how I see it in my head. So this piece needs to be sanded down and drilled out. This doesn't need to be drilled out and just sanded. Cool. See if I punch in with the camera. See what you feel. Fixed. It's a light sand to get past the top layer. Great. And then we just bevel the edges. It's okay if chunks fall off. This is an ancient dungeon. The bottom as well. Look at that. There we go. And then technically this guy will go on top. We have a little bit of a ledge there. So if I push it back, is this useful? I could put like rocks, little tiny rocks and stuff here. Yeah. Well, or ooh, that feels nice. That feels helpful. It does have a little gap in the front, which I don't like. Not super thrilled about that gap. Something can go down there though. Don't know what. Something can. Okay. Thing's huge. Alright, let's sand this guy. There we go. That matches very nicely. So now, the big thing is getting it through the hole. Okay. So it's mostly centered for the base. Trying to remember how I did it the first time. Safety settings. It's not getting enough power. For that high of a setting, it's not getting enough power. Okay, good to know. Okay, let's go to minimum. That should be fine. Let's test it on a scrap. Yeah, that's way more than fine. Cool it down a bit. There we go. Do I need to raise it? It's a nice scrap. I'll leave that. There we go. I'm gonna be as straight as I can be. Don't get too close to the line, so I can clean that up. Turn up the heat on this. There we go. Because we want to clean off the tip. There we go. Just let it cook for a second. High setting that I can. I just want to burn off some of the particles on it and keep my face away from it. Kind of smell what's on it already. Mostly done cooking off the particles. There we go. Okay, so that's what we're working with. Toss that in the trash. So the goal is to get this guy in there. How did I do this originally? I don't think I think I was using this, honestly. It's the closest thing I got because I don't have actual sandpaper, I only have sand sponges. Yeah, this makes the most sense. Need to get into a wood burning toolkit soon? Hey, that's fun. What do you think about making? setting details to my wood mini terrain pieces. I wanted to make some homemade dice trays. Ooh, homemade dice trays are fun. If you can make them with ease and just make them simple and pretty, it's a good gift, especially to players. Okay. Super close. Oh, it's battery dead? No, it's not. Okay. There we go. Just let the side kind of drill in. All right, so we can kind of see we have a few millimeters of work we have to do. So it might help bring this guy out, set it to almost the lowest possible setting. Do a test. Okay. Scrap, scrap, scrap. Up. There we go, let it burn. You guys can't see, the camera's a little tight. There we go. Easy peasy. And now that most of that has been chopped away, I can sand it and I can just drill. So. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Look at that, y'all. Like a glove. Like a beaten down glove. Then, how did we? I'm gonna have to match that. There we go. What do we got going on here? It's about, okay. About a centimeter. 2.5 centimeters. Is that the, yeah, that's the furthest. Okay. Yep, let's make sure we got that right. That's the corner. It's about a centimeter. There we go. You guys really didn't see that because I was too tight. But basically, that's going to become that hole. And we kind of have to do it the same way we've been drilling holes. Let's see if I can get a good angle for you guys. The best of angles. I just remembered I need to make an obelisk. An obelisk or like a ancient pillar. Like that's kind of what these guys are perfect for. Like I could use this as an obelisk, even though it's not. Let's see, I want to give you guys a good angle. There we go. Now, can I reach around? It's a little tough. It's a little more than tough. All right, here we go. We'll start in the middle. Okay, went right through. What does it say? Okay, good. Oh, that's very nice. You're never going to see that side, but they'll fit. There we go. Keeping my face away from it. Dude, it's dripping like alien blood. Go. Oh, that fits very nicely. Borderline better than, it's about the same. Great. And then, look at that, guys. Noah! Alright, so we glue this. Rub it around. Stick it on. There we go, guys. That's how you make a base for this insane pillar idea. It's all warped because of the sun. Yeah. Great. So we got a couple things drying now. It's fantastic. I'm late, but I'm here. It's all good. I was late. If you ever get to read these versions of the books, the Young Adventurers Guide, I highly recommend it. Like, the way things are written is very nice. Appearance, layers, powers. It's like a good way to write an almanac. Types of dragons. Where was it? Friend or foe. Lesser known. My favorite thing in this, let's see if I can bring it up. Do's and don'ts. It's pretty nice. Have been those been under the book since Thursday? Yes, they have. Haven't been touched, and they've been apparently glued to the base. There we go. Very flimsy and weak. But just probably leave the tape on the inside. But boom. Yeah, they are thinner. I didn't think they would be. That's okay. They'll be separated and it'll look fine. Alright, so for texture, we got this roller. There we go. It's cold enough to get the sniffles. We take a pen or pencil and we kind of draw in the lines from the roller. Give a little more definition, and because my drawing's not perfect, it gives it more of a less perfect roller look. More of a hand-drawn look. Which, honestly, when you're making this stuff, you want those little imperfections. They give the feeling of handmade. It's the same thing like when you're watching modern VFX heavy movies. They try to sneak in little practical effects and mistakes from practical effects, so it looks more practical than cleaned up, even though they could have cleaned it up, to give it a feeling of realistic. Oh, this was on set. we don't want to clean this up because we want people to feel that this is really there. Because you can do so much good stuff with CGI. Which is a weird privileged position to be in when it comes to a VFX team or a movie, if you think about it. Sean, 23 months as a vampire lord. Come so far since the popsicle sticks. Remember, the end game for this channel, for the crafting portion, is building a house. And I mean a real full-scale house. We'll go from cutting foam and cardstock to cutting wood and building infrastructure. Curse Wand of Heat Metal. Deal max damage, but also deal damage to the caster who makes a dex save. Ooh. Yeah, you could do something like they deal the damage, right? And they succeed the dex, a constitution save. Let's do constitution, right? If they can handle the heat. And if they can't, they take one of the dice worth of damage or something like that. Not enough damage to decentivize the players to ever do it again, but just enough to make it spooky. Got a half foot of snow? You got 15 centimeters of snow? Okay, so now we got that. Beat it in. This is where something breaks. I just know it. Yeah. Really beat it in. Cool. I need another one of these. Doing 60 grit. Nice and frosty. Do I just... Are you Canadian? No, I work in metric a lot. I know there's inches in front of me, but like my hot wire cutter works in metric. A lot of the tools I work on are in metric. So I just have to know both, and I constantly try to practice it. My mom the other day was impressed that I knew metric. Okay. So. Nice chunks. We got some controlled damage look. Nice big chunks coming out right here. There we go. Dude, they gotta figure it out, Noah. What do you have in store to help them figure it out? Oh, that's nice. Let's add one of those over here. Just a nice big gouge. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. elders to get them on the side before they go to split the power island to raise forces against the Artificer Lich reanimated constructed army. There you go. Fantastic. Beat some texture into some of this. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Get a little bit of these fuzzies off. Fantastic. This is one that's drying. So the idea is we take one of these LEDs, put it in. It's okay, but it's got a little gap. It sits nice and calmly there. Put this there. And we have this, theoretically. So let's go a little bit forward, more center in there. Yep. That's it. Should be lower. Should be a little bit lower. I should cut off the tip of that. There we go. And then I was thinking about filling in this side, or at least painting that side black. So that way the LED colors only come through this side. Every time I look at the screen, it turns off. Okay, got something going here, because this is just meant to be arcane energy. Magic. So we should texture this out. You can leave that blank. Go. There we go. Putting this pattern on the archway is going to be crazy. So nonchalant about this. There we go. Fantastic. We gotta let that dry before I put any texture on that. Okay. So, gotta do some final measurements. Do we want it to be, oops, this way? Gotta be careful about that when I finish this off. So, do we like the height? It's not perfectly straight. That's okay. We put it next to some giants. Some normal size minis. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that's an okay height. Don't need to chop it any shorter. Because when I think about the angle of where a player will sit, this height will allow players to see the LED. It's another room. Yeah, I just am filming the other room. Yeah, I think that's good. But all these pieces need to be primed and painted before gluing, or else I lose the acrylic. Okay. Great. And then I need to cut one more acrylic piece. So these are done. Well, this can be textured. Let's be honest. 11,000-year-old stone. It can be textured. There it is. There you go. So that way, no matter what angle you look at it, there's some aging. There we go. I got some cables everywhere. Gotta just do a little bit of cleanup. All right. I was like, is that rain? I look up, it's clear sky, just leaves. Drink some water. That cold sniffle. Oh yeah, so this is from the Age of Thunder, 11,000 years ago, when the giants ruled. Right before the Age of Wrath, where the dragons had their crusade against the giants and nearly destroyed the world. Did I post the Age of Thunder memo in the lore channel? Whoa, shoot, the wind. On the Discord? I can't remember where I left it off at. Get, there we go. Ooh, I do have gloves. Yeah. Feels like the paint got through the glove. That's gonna dry just right, because it's water-based. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah. Noah, if you aren't in the Discord, it's a chill Discord. It's really good for us asking questions about D&D, keeping being a helpful community on each other's games, and it's a place where you can get notified when I go live or release a video and not needing to rely on notifications from YouTube. It's also a place where I'm trying to catalog the world building. So yeah, it's a mix of things. It's a very chill, quiet Discord, which is nice compared to some Discords which are just an army of conversations sometimes. It's a lot of fun. Sorry, I just did that to the microphone. Great, so those are going to dry. When I come back over here, yeah, these tiles, it sucks. I had the same issue with the scaffolds for a while until I started putting thicker Mod Podge on it. So I'm gonna have to prime these again, just a little bit around the edges, and then put you guys weren't seeing, prime the edges again and put thick coat of Mod Podge on the sides. This archway, so we're going to have a big foot at the bottom. Outside of the big foot, I wonder if it's just good enough to be what it is. So, sandpaper is a bit rough. This is not rough enough. Let's do 80 grit. Way too rough. Okay, 120. There we go. Part of me really likes the fact that it's just one piece of fucking stone. And with these feet on it, it's ridiculous. Going for it. Fantastic. And we don't do it everywhere because we want room for things to deteriorate. Arch. That's a little difficult. There we go. Okay. That's exactly how you're supposed to do it. You beat it until it pays you back for all the time you spent on it. Okay. There we go. A year ago, before I started working with foam, the noise would give me shivers every time. I hate the sound of foam. How's it now, though? A little wider. Exposure therapy. Wait, is this the one that's drying? Yeah, it is. And then these will go on there. Give some texture. Or rather than putting them there, oh, hello. Oh, that's way cooler. Check this out. Rather than putting these on the archway, they can be their own little pillar that I can put a piece of fire right there, and I can just always sit right in front of. That's way cooler of an idea. sick. So the archway is really just going to be this. Yeah, just a little bit. That's not a lot. Come on, get out of there. There we go. There we go. Not too much destruction, just enough. Yeah, if you remember when I went to the Burj Khalifa with Ren, that was plenty of exposure therapy for me. I just watched that video again a few weeks ago. I forgot about your mohawk hairdo. Oh yeah, dude. My hairdos are all over the place. I think Sean said it best once, where he's like, I always check in to see what new hairdo Carmichael has. That's a little dig in there. I dug a little too deep. There we go. I looked weird, man. And now I got my hair's grown out because I I work from home so much, I don't have a reason to go get haircuts to impress anybody, which is a great feeling. But it means my hair's getting thicker. And now I'm getting this like college professor look going on. You're gonna go open sauce. I'm with Sean on that. Maybe not. Who knows? Ooh, that was a nice good chunk. Let's make that look a little nicer. Cool. Now we can glue these or magnetize these. I think gluing will be fine because it's just one archway. But I did say I want to magnetize it to make it easier to put away. I'm getting cold, real cold. Where's my tissues? Ooh, it's nice and warm in here, guys. Magnets for storage. So be it. Magnets it is. Magnets it will be. Ooh. The magnets make it all round and safe and powerful. Yes, the magnets. Oh, the magnets. Should measure it. That's a big ass magnet. Okay, out of 5 centimeters, I'm gonna say 1.5. There we go. To a top, to a bottom, snap in, they'll be fine. There we go. Flush at the floor, because that's where I want it to be the most aligned. That's 2. So we go to 3.5. There we go. I can't reach. Put something down here. That'd help. How about you? Nope. Are you drying? You're drying. And that kind of helps. Okay. Put my palm in here to make it rest. Flush the bottom. There we go. A little high, a little high. There we go. Walk into a dungeon and find out the denizens have renovated it, brand new condition, and are now charging admittance. Air D&D. Have I exposure therapy my way out of heights? Not entirely. But enough that I can function in a situation like I was in. Like if I was brought back to the Burj Khalifa, I probably would feel way more comfortable. The gift shop. Put some indents. They just have to be close enough. There we go. And honestly, we just... what was the last way I did this? With the tiny ones, I used a needle screw. I think I just used a pencil or a pen to get through these. Yeah, that'll do. Okay on an airplane, but when I'm faced with heights on my own 2 legs, yeah, really? That's really the the crux of it is the feeling that you don't feel safe and you're going to fall. Like I do Christmas lights sometimes, and doing the roof, that was exposure therapy. Once I got back from the Burj Khalifa though, I was way better on roofs. Yeah, even when I was working at Corridor on Christmas break, I would go do landscaping with my friend Brian on Christmas lights. Decent pay. Good outdoor time in the cold with a good friend. Can't really ask for too much after that. I got a message. Okay, there we go. Cleaning out the tip of this glue. Catch-22. I like it when the number goes up and the computer tells me that more people have seen the stream. But I like how chill and quiet the chat is, you know? I hate how YouTube and all the platforms, because all they want is profit and monetization. And if you're not in the top 0.5% of like numbers of like views and whatever, you really just, you're struggling. And I really hate the incentivization of the system. Okay, so we want in, out, in, out. So we're gonna go in. Stay in, you motherfucker. There we go. Then we go out on this side. And they should pull each other apart. That way. Tape to keep the magnets in place. Go. And yep, that's a push. Does not like that. That's a push. Great. So we want this way here. Shit. Magnets! Okay. Test this. Is it push or pull? It pulled. I did it right. There. My logic was sound. Great, that pulls, so I go in this way. Put some more glue on that. Glad it's better. Everything is better with a friend. You have to go, unfortunately, Christmas decorations. Oh yeah, go spend time with the family, Noah. It's all good. Straight up hate YouTube. No, I don't hate YouTube. I just hate the incentivization system and the monetary system. Because it's designed to maximize, right? So it doesn't care about anyone under a certain number. So if this is the pull, then I gotta go in this way on this side. And if that's the push, that's the pull, I go in on this side. There we go. Because I know what the system wants. I know what YouTube wants from me. Boom. Snip, snap. I just don't like making that type of content. Or being that kind of a creator. It wants a creator that fits in that reality TV, hyper realistic, cartoon character, antic stuff. And it's fun to do that once in a while, but do that non-stop. It changes your brain. Great, so this is figured out. Get a little fuzzies off. It's a nice, cool, just ancient pillar or archway. We can put that down and start actually priming it, which is nice. Glove. Oops, sorry about that. There we go. We were basically a cartoon character, seemed like. I appreciate that. Bit. There's tape in there. That's okay. Just realized I'm painting all sides. I don't know where it's going to sit or lay. Let's see. I'll put you here. Yeah. That fixes my mistake. I'll just repeat the mistake because why not? Learn twice. There we go. No? Oh yes! I did it! It looks so cool! Yeah man! It's like the cool thing! I thought that dust bunny that just ran by was a spider. I was like, that's huge! That's Harry Potter level. There we go. Still waiting for the crossover episode between C-Mike and Scooby-Doo. Those meddling kids. What did I tell Allie the other day? I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling Russians. Referring to my ancestry. Dark joke. But funny. Okay. I'm truly cold. Hi. Hi, Luna. Oh no, you don't scratch on that. She's hyper. Oh. Here you go. Do that. That drum music. I think that was a little loud the whole time. Sticky Shreds. Good afternoon, fellas. How you doing, Sticky? Oh. Oh, peek. Oh. Oh. I'm the same old Stig with a new name. Oh. Hi, Luna. Okay. So what do we got down here? We have the archway is pretty much there. We're working on paint priming the pillars with the LEDs. The bases need some final touch-ups in like texture, prime, I have some fallen over pieces that I can break up to have some scatter terrain. I want to work on that. I'm really far away from the mic. So yeah, let's kind of go through a checklist. Stairs. Still got to do some stairs. All right, looking at my checklist. The archway is out of 3 check marks. It's got 2 down. LED pillars. Same position. Bases. 4 pillars. I'm happy with that. Tiles. They just need a nice quick recoating because they're kind of tearing apart with the magnets. Fallen scatter terrain. I can make some smaller pieces basically, and those would be nice. What else? What else is needed for this thing? Hi, Luna. We're in a really nice spot. We have tiles, we have an archway, we have some pillars coming along. I do need to cut another LED, not LED. Acrylic stick. Still need to do that. You don't blow out your vocals, little girl. Just kind of going through that checklist. I think walls. Walls are in the back of my head that I want to make. So for that thought, though, rather than diving into making walls, make a prototype wall. So the point of the prototype wall would be to have scattered terrain walls, like little corners and just like pieces that visually tell players like, hey, there's cover here, you can go use that. And I could put that on top of the tiles or next to the tiles to kind of break up the space. Very similar function to fallen structures as scattered terrain. Be used very similarly. Stairs. Big elephant in the room, stairs. So we need a spiral stair. Sean went full Christmas. Spiral stair and a straight stair. Honestly, we don't need to do a straight and a left, straight and a right. We don't need to worry about that stuff. The spiral stair, I probably am going to use not the pink foam. Probably use a new type of foam. Foam board. That's what it will use. Here we go. Unrelated note: A Knight's Tale is free on YouTube Movies, everybody. Heck yeah. I'll find those stairs. Whip their butt too. Those stairs won't know which way they're going from Donkey and Shrek. That's so true. Oh my god, so true. Donkey stairs? The Stairmaster! This is some janky clip.
Two things. Okay? Shut up. Go over there and see if you can find any stairs. Stairs? I was looking for the princess. The princess will be up the stairs in the highest room in the tallest tower. What makes you think she'll be there? I read it in a book once.
Cool. You handle the dragon, I'll handle the stairs. Well, I'll find the stairs. I'll whip they butt too. That's right. Those stairs won't know which way they go.
A Knight's Tale? Free PG-13? Heck yeah, guys. Oh, it was so nice rewatching A Knight's Tale for the Shadow Dark Knight's Tale game. Oh, yeah, guys, haven't seen it yet. It hasn't come out, not even on Uncut yet. It is a massive file. It is 2 8-hour games? Yeah, 2 8-hour sessions playing Shadow Dark and using Shadow Dark to play A Knight's Tale. Like, the opening of it is very like, hey, we all want to like set up the adventure in a way that feels like the movie, and then we literally, we laughed so hard playing A Knight's Tale. I think Chris nearly died of not being able to breathe. My adaptations have nothing to do with the inspiration. Cocaine Owlbear was close. Hey, Cocaine Owlbear was close. A Knight's Tale is pretty close too. Dante's Inferno for being inspired by not Dante's Inferno. That's not right, is it? Dawn of the Inferno. Dawn of the Inferno being inspired by Dante's Peak. Yeah, there's very little resemblance. There's even a joke about it in the game. It works for Hollywood. It works for me. Watch, I'll make a Twister game and there's no tornadoes whatsoever. So funny. Okay, so straight stairs, spiral stairs. Straight stairs. We'll see how the spiral stairs goes, because I have a way to make that work. We'll take a little bit of a prototype wiggling, but I got it. I think I know how to make it work. And from that, I will understand how to make my straight stairs. Normally, it would be the other way around, because spiral stairs are more difficult to make. But I just realized my phone's audio. No, don't worry about that. But that's just where I'm at. Chance, that's pretty funny. The Haunting of Ruby Minnie's Inn, or whatever it's called. Hey, you nailed it. It's not out yet. Is it in the... Is it on the queue of the drive? That's cocaine. What are the 2 games I'm currently editing? I got Cocaine Owlbear. Active projects. Beneath the Giant. Beneath the Giant is not me DMing. It's a game where Chris DMs. He DMs in the Age of Wrath. So 10,000 years ago. I want to get that one out. I want to try to get the uncut out before the end of the month. Yeah, I want to. Probably try to target for like Christmas, New Year's. Now that I'm thinking about the amount of time I have. Chris DMs that one. Allie and I are the only players, and we play a married couple that are goblins. Yeah, so that'll be a fun one. And then you can get a vibe of how like Chris DMs before Chris's adventure comes to the channel. So psyched about that. So prototype wall and then prototype stairs. I'm going to make a note under scatter terrain, make it smaller than I think. Battleship. Hey, you know, Battleship, no joke, I've been trying to figure out how to do a Battleship game. But I just don't have the reason to do it yet. Because we still need... So I have a few games that I... Let's fucking do it. I have a few games that I want to run that are not necessarily in AIDA yet. We're in the pre-production of it. And it's going to be kind of an online game with some other creators. I wanted to try to run... I want to make a video that talks about how you can use current D&D adventures, including... Do I have it right here? Yeah, I do. Oh, Luna. Including the original starter adventure. But you can run it in other game systems like Shadow Dark. So you don't need to make adventures, you just take an adventure that's been made by a corporation with thousands and thousands of dollars put into it for the writers, and you can reskin it for any game system you want. I wanted to make a video talking about that, but to do that I wanted to run a game to prove that. So I'm prepping to run that adventure in like a few sessions. It'd be uncut, not really any editing, but with a bunch of creators online, and we would essentially run it. Would it be an AIDA? Maybe. Then I would have to start changing some locations and lore and stuff like that, and I have to reread the adventure to see if it's worth doing that much work. But it also kind of goes to the point, like, you can do that. I also got this in the mail. 50th anniversary Dungeons and Dragons. I bought this. This is from Beatles and Grimm. Oh, here we go. So we have the classic module collection, Tomb of Horrors, White Plume Mountain, Expedition of the Barrier Peaks, Ravenloft, Temple of Elemental Evil, Vecna Lives. And these adventures look like little books. I believe. I haven't. We can open this one. You can open one of these. Which one's the Ravenloft one? Can't tell. So they all kind of look like books in here. I think this one's Ravenloft. That's my guess. Nope, Elemental Evil. The orange edged one. Yeah. So I do have Ravenloft right here. It's a newly print, and the newly print ones that you get on Drive-Thru RPG really suck at printing the back map, but everything else is great. So we're gonna open one of these up. Confirm what I think these are. So if they're just dice trays, I don't care. One of the ideas that I have is run some of these games, right? And then give away each of these little books, assuming that the adventure's inside. Alright, so a little magnetic snap. What's inside? Oh, these are not adventures. Oh, interesting. I did not know this was going to be inside. So we have a coin. It's nicely fitted in there. This is a Ravenloft coin with 50th anniversary on the side. In here we got some cards. So we have just a general Ravenloft card on the back. It says Ravenloft has become one of D&D's most enduring campaign settings. The classic gothic horror adventure was written by Tracy and Laura Hickman, published in 1983. It centers on the vampire lord Strahd von Zorovich, Castle Ravenloft, and the lands of Barovia. The story brilliantly sets up multiple ways for the game to play out based on the fortunes of Ravenloft card reading. The reading determines Strahd's goals and the placement of key treasures and encounters for the Lord of Barovia. 5th edition, Curse of Strahd, adapts the original module's card reading mechanics with tarot decks. Okay, that's just like a play card, a collector's card. These other cards I'm holding, what are these? We got a nice cool picture that's in the module, the original module. The back of the card has a little bit of map, but it's also just some text lore. Got another one, Strahd at the Oregon art. On the back we have Strahd at the Oregon art from the newer book. You have zombies and then zombies. Or the catacombs. Interesting. So there's just like some collector items in here. We got some dice. So we have a full set, it looks like. Yeah, you have a full set, including a second D20, which is a big blood-looking ruby piece. And then you pull out the deck piece, and it's nice felt with the castle, Curse of Strahd in here, or Castle Ravenloft, and it's a dice tray. Okay, so these are just dice trays with some collector items. That's sick. Okay, if that's the case, if that's what all of these are, this is gonna be totally a massive giveaway on the channel. Our group imploded after a few sessions. Oh. Let's check out this one. This one is the Temple of Elemental Evil. I still think it'd be fun to run these in Aida. That'd be a fun exercise. Like changing some of the, reskinning some of the lore behind the adventure to fit the lore of the setting. Okay. Elemental Evil. I do want to run this, but it's not going to be the full game. Ooh. Ready? Oop, everything's falling. Gravity. Amazing. So the coin came out. So we got Elemental Coin. 50th anniversary. It's not as snug as the Ravenloft one, but that's okay. So we have a very red one. We have cards. Let's look at the cards. Ooh, the dice on this one is so cool. Temple of Evil. What is the Temple of Evil? Published in 1985, written by Gary Gygax and Frank Mentzer. Yeah. The Temple of Elemental Evil is a huge classic dungeon crawl that takes place in the world of Greyhawk campaign setting. The module greatly expands the previous published The Village of Hamlet, which I believe was the very first thing. Now taking characters from 1st to 8th level, and the foreboding cover of the legendary D&D artist Keith Parkinson hints at the sinister powers within. The black cover of the module included a flap holding on the extensive map booklet. What? The Temple of Elemental Evil is an enduring classic module that foreshadows the ambition of modules to come. It was remastered in 5th edition in the Prince of the Apocalypse. Jim! Almost looks like PlayStation. It does! It almost does look like PlayStation buttons! Alright, the next card we have the Village of Hamlet map. And then there's the remaster one. And then the Sealed Door card. And then we have Ooze the Old. Cool, cool, cool. So, Temple of Elemental Evil, another way to think about it is if you played Lost Mines of Phandelver and then played Ice Dragon Peak. I think that's what it's called. It's definitely not called that. Hey Allie, yes, I do want coffee. Thank you. And that expands the space from Lost Mines Found Delver. So that's cool. That's the same thing that's going on here. So these dice, it's a full set again, but you got some gnarly font that matches the font of the cover of the book. Yeah. And you have a big die as well. So you're getting a full 7 with an 8th die being a big D20 in all of these. And the big one has a fun icon on the 20 mark. Ooh, this dice tray looks really nice. It's like the door to the dungeon. Please and thank you, Ellie. Yeah, so these aren't the full modules. It's kind of a nice... Oops, bumped the mic. It's kind of a nice souvenir with some collector cards, a collector coin, and it could be used as a dice tray as well if you wanted to play the adventure. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them. That means there's going to be 6 giveaways. I still need, before I even do this giveaway, I want to make sure the other giveaways are shipped. But yeah, I think that this would be a fun giveaway. Give away the classic little collector editions. Yeah, that's freaking awesome. So yeah, guys, look forward to that. It's so funny, A Knight's Tale is on YouTube. Also, remember, if you're going to watch A Knight's Tale, yes, the YouTube version is cool, but let's go to Amazon so that way I know which one I'm looking at. There's a specific special edition version that you can't get on Blu-ray or HD. Very specific. You can only get it on DVD. Amazon doesn't even stream it. Bothers the heck out of me. A Knight's Tale widescreen? Is that it? Widescreen, yep. You can only get it in DVD. You can't get it in Blu-ray. Let me compare the two because they have the same cover. So that's 2 hours and 12 minutes. The DVD widescreen extended cut is... Oh, come on, give me a runtime. So the widescreen extended cut is 11 minutes longer than the theatrical cut. The scenes that they add, 3 of them stand out in my memory as making the movie even more classic than it already is. You have one where you meet Joffrey's wife, and it's a really fun callback to when they met him. They thought he gambles all of his stuff away, but he doesn't. It's really funny. Then there is when they're trying to fit the armor on Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein. It's before you actually meet... what's the bad guy's name? Calcifer? Before you meet him, there's a moment where we actually introduce him with his squires, and he's even more of a dick. And it's a really funny moment. Ugh. And then my favorite scene that's not in the theatrical version, that makes my heart sink when I watch it and I see that I'm watching the wrong version. After the training montage, before they cut to the road and he's got a haircut and they're riding to town and they meet Joffrey, there's a scene in a cave where the 3 of them are sitting by a fire and they're talking about spending the last bit of money they have, about changing the symbol on the shield from, I think what's currently... I think it starts as a lion. It's the old Knights version. And they want to change it to something that belongs to them. And what they go back and forth about is making a phoenix, because it's a rise from the ashes, like starting anew. And oh man, does it make... I'm not going to spoil the final beat of that scene because it's so beautiful, and it makes you love their iconography for the rest of the movie way more. It's so cool. All right. So we have a to-do list on the crafting. We have the archway, the LED pillars. They're painted, they're drying, or they're not. They're primed. The bases, they have to get a little work touch-up on, or the tiles do. The base of the pillars need some texturing because they're drying right now. Some fallen scattered terrain. Simple stuff. That'll be nice. Prototype a wall. Some like corners and stuff just to give the feeling of a dungeon setting. Scatter terrain, basically. And then prototype the stairs. And we'll, once we get to that, the base set of the Ancient Giants dungeon is done. We got everything's primed, ready to go, and we can actually go into painting details and painting a bunch of colors onto it. That's going to be an exciting time. Once that's done, we just have to wait and see what I got up my sleeve and waiting to come out and surprise you. Whoop, can't see. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. I'm going to go make some breakfast, and I'm going to wait for Allie to come home from work because she's bringing me coffee, and that's exciting. I'll see you all in the Discord. Streaming on Thursdays and Sundays, typically around 7:30 in the morning. Today was a little late, but hey, whatevers. Have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, and in case I don't see you, and I don't get to tuck you in, good night.